So today, I have a very special guest on the phone with me, somebody that I actually just met, and I would like to introduce this voice and this artist to the Trop Rock community who does not know him, and his name is Cliff Cody. Cliff, how you doing this morning?
I am doing great. Not even very much hungover from last night.
Okay. And we might want to give the reasons on why you would say that, not like he's a big alcoholic or anything.
No.
Where do you live? Where do you live, Cliff? Where do you live?
I live in Key West, Florida.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
now everybody's like, oh.
Yeah. And I play here almost every single day, and so it's you gotta take it.
Yeah, it's a whole party atmosphere every single day. I think there's songs like that as well. I front saw you.
Oh yeah, that's like Tom Shepard said every night, Saturday night.
Yeah,
every night, Saturday night.
That's right. Okay, so here's what. Okay, so I had heard your name, like heard it, but did not like put anything together. I have a buddy, his name is Matt Meeker. He is from long ago, back in my Baja Beach Club bar days, contacts me and says, my buddy's got this new album out, you got to hear him. You know, I get a lot of that. And I was like, okay. So I start listening, and I know, and Cliff, this is good for you. I start listening, and I go, wow, good lyrics. Wow, produced really well. Huh. And I never listen to a song through to the end when I first hear it. I never do unless I'm hooked, and I was hooked on your music and your lyrics. And then I said, I need to talk to this guy. And then you called me, I called you, however it went down, and come to find, I knew you had to be somewhere within the Trop Rock community. Tell us a little bit how you are involved with the Trop Rock community as much that you are right now.
Well, I've slowly kind of got my way into it. I started out, I was a songwriter on Music Row, and I got invited back in 2005 to the Key West Songwriters Festival, and played at the Hog's Breath Saloon is where I played, and the general manager asked me if I wanted a regular gig there, and I was like, yes, anything to get back here. I'd just been here on vacation one time as a tourist back in 2000, and I just fell in love with this island, and I was like, yes. So started out, I was playing here a few times a year whenever they needed somebody, and then it turned into I was playing 1 week a month, and then it turned into the last few years 2 weeks a month, and then that went on for years and years and years. And 4 years ago, I went through a divorce, and I decided I got offered the house gig at the Smoke and Tuna Saloon and was able to live for free in the apartment above the stage. And I was like, you know what, this divorce is going to suck. It might as well suck. It'll suck a little less if I'm living in Key West. So I moved to Key West.
Above the Smoke and Tuna.
Above the Smoke and Tuna. I had the keys to the bar because if I stayed out too late and the bar closed, I had to let myself into the bar. It was like Otis letting himself into the jail cell on Andy Griffith.
And I'm sure some of these listeners who are listening to your story right now go, I may have seen him. Or some of them may already even know you, but like myself, not realize that they know you. But I wanted to open up your world into this Trop Rock scene a little bit wider. You've written with our buddy Jesse Rice, you were telling me?
Yes. Yeah. I wrote 2 songs on the Pirate Sessions 5 with him, Keeping It Low Key and Land Sharks at Loggerheads. And actually, those are on my new album also, my versions of those songs, which are different than Jesse's.
That is such a cool thing to hear, though, because, you know, we know Jesse, and, like, again, some people may or may not know you. But, again, when I was going through all the songs on your album, I was kind of like, oh, this is the same title as Jesse's song, but it didn't sound like Jesse's song. So, yeah, it is your own version. Yeah. Good. Okay, who else have you, like, kind of run across in our world?
Well, back when I started at Hog's Breath, like Hugo Duarte his band would play after me for years and years, and he was just the sweetest guy. I loved him. He was awesome, and Scott Kirby was playing there all the time, and then I write with Arlis Albritton, who's I know that he's a little bit in that world. He's a jack of all trades, and he co-produced the album.
Wow! And where did you?
Friends.
You have this new album. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I want to get into that.
Yeah, I've been friends with Tom Shepard for years, and Mike Nash. I'm playing in Belize for the meeting of the Mayans this year with him with his thing.
That is so crazy. Like, again, as you tell us all these names and stuff like that, and I just go, I'm sure we've seen you or we know you, but it's just all coming full circle at this moment, at least for me. You know, I'm usually 2 steps behind everyone else, I guess. but so you have this new album, and my buddy's like, you got to hear this guy's new album. He's so Trop Rock. Now, and you know, Matt, he's not like a guy that I would go, oh, Matt's great choices on Trop Rock. He doesn't even know Trop Rock if you ask me. But he might. But I never think of him as a guy I would go to for a new artist. You know, hey, you know any artist? But you were a find. I even told him, I was like, hey, good find on this one, even though you still already are part of us somewhat. Okay, so This new album, what is the title?
It's called Shipwreck.
Okay.
The song was written by my best friend, and he kind of wrote it. Arlo Britton actually wrote that song. I didn't write every song on the album. Just
it's
say
okay.
that.
You don't have to be Taylor Swift every time.
No. I learned a long time ago that if you want to be an artist, you choose the best song, and best song wins. And I heard this song that my buddy, one of my oldest best friends, Arlo Britton, had written, and he sent it to. He always sends me his new songs. And I said, did you write that a little bit about me and not include me in writing that?
Right.
He goes, well, it was a little bit about my grandpa and a little bit about you. And I was like,
that's crazy.
And so I back when I used to live on the mainland, all my buddies would call me a train wreck. and once I moved here to Key West, I'm like, well, y'all can't call me a train wreck anymore. I'm a shipwreck. There's no trains here. And I just I loved that song, and I thought that should be the title, because basically this whole album is my story about moving down here and living the life and actually being immersed in it. And this island has there was this crazy old lady that was outside the Hog's Breath the first time that I played there, and I never saw her again, which is funny. And she goes, hey, I know you're new here. And she said, look, she goes, this island will either take you in or she'll spit you out. And if she spits you out, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you don't really belong here. And this island has embraced me and has loved me through all my ups and downs and all my imperfections. And I wanted this album to reflect that.
It's amazing that and not amazing, but it's an incredible thing that you say that, because it is a true thing. Jimmy Buffett being one of those people, you know, he was a huge influence on you as well. But when you're going through some stuff and you find a place that you can call home after you've already had a piece of life that you thought was home, but now you like really feel like this home is for you.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Key West for you, huh?
It is. I love this island, and like in the Happy Down Here song. Thank God, good Lord, I love this island, and thank God it loves me.
Right. Okay. So, I played some of your music last week, I think it was, but now well, first of all, this week is Trop Rock and Duval in Key West.
Yes.
Now, we did talk about how you are not a part of that, but you are playing all over Key West, right?
I'm playing all over Key West, and it just so happens Trop Rock and Duval is coinciding with Fantasy Fest. So,
oh boy,
my good Lord,
oh boy,
it's like two hurricanes colliding and making a big storm.
This is gonna.
But yes,
I'm not able to make it there.
I will be at Max Place on the 27th. Max Place 4 to 7 on the 28th. I have Wednesday off, so I'll probably get into some big trouble then. And then I'll be at the Valley Bar on that Thursday, 7 to 10 at the Key West Hotel. And then I'm at the Tiki House on Duval Street on Halloween night. And then somehow I will make it to my show on Saturday at noon at the Hog's Breath, and then I'll be doing a brunch show on Sunday at Max Place, and I got to get up. I got to start at 10 a.m. on that one. That's going to be rough. But
okay, so this is listed somewhere, right? Where can we find out this information? So if you're going to Trop Rock and Duval, everybody should be able to.
And I'll be popping into all that stuff too, I'm sure.
Okay.
But you can find all that at cliffcody.com.
cliffcody.com.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, do you have social media? Are you on Facebook?
Oh, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
Okay, perfect. And your music can be found where?
Oh, everywhere you find your digital music, Apple, Spotify. There's things that it's on that I've never even heard of.
I literally, when I heard the first song, right, and I think it was Shipwreck. I don't even know which song my friend sent me. And then I looked you up on YouTube, and I started going through all of your songs. And let me give a visual of what I felt. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I felt that you were so polished. You were the Chris Stapleton of Trop Rock. You have this great country troppy, but your lyrics are incredibly incredible. They're good, and it's not cheesy, and it's well produced. And I was like very impressed with your work, and I'm not just saying that. So this is a good album.
Thank you very much, man. Wow.
Well, you're welcome.
I like the Chris Stapleton of Trop Rock.
You are the Chris Stapleton of Trop Rock. In my head, that's the first thing I thought of. And Chris is so polished and so good, so professional. So it's not like if you're just listening to this right now and you hear me talking to another artist, this artist is one, and I'm not just saying this either, Cliff. I'm saying this because that's how I felt. Very well polished, where, again, just listen to some of his music and you too will be like, wow, he needs to be a part of our scene, bigger than you already are. If we don't know your name, a household name by next year, shame on all the Trop Rock people out there. So I got big plans for you. I think that there's big plans for you.
Thank you so much. I want to be a part of it.
Okay, so now that we did that, quickly, I want to, before we wrap it up, we're going to play one of the songs off the album Shipwreck, but I want to play the big three. Are you willing to play?
I would love to play the big three.
Okay. So it's simply three questions, and you answer them any way you want. Question number one always is the same. Tell us something we don't know about you, like something different, just something that not everybody knows about you.
Okay. I was once punched in the mouth and called, I can't say this on the radio. I'll try to.
Yeah, you can. This is Radio Trop Rock. You can say anything here.
I can say anything? I
swear you can.
I was going to say rooster lollipop, but I was once punched in the mouth and called a rooster lollipop.
Oh, my.
By Charlie Daniels' mother-in-law.
What? Wow. I mean, that's not a great story, but that's a great story. What did you do? I think that's the better question.
When I moved to Nashville when I was 20 years old and trying to be a songwriter, and my day job was I was a nurse's aide at a nursing home in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Uh-huh. And my first day of orientation there, they said, hey, see that old lady in the wheelchair over there? They said, that's Charlie Daniels' mother-in-law. And I go, oh, cool. And they go, no, she's mean as hell, and she will punch you real fast if you're not looking. And one night she was rolling down the hallway in her wheelchair, and her slipper came off. And I ran down there, and I put her slipper back on, and she actually called me in for it. She said, come here, like, lean in. And I thought she was going to kiss me on the cheek and say thank you. Right. She punched me right in the mouth.
Unbelievable.
And said, get away from me, you rooster lollipop.
Well, that is a story no one has ever told me, so I'm impressed. That's a good one. Yeah. And first of all, and second of all, knowing that you were working in a nursing home, wow, that again holds character to you.
I'm also, and then I actually became a registered nurse later, and that's what my day job was while I was doing music until now.
That's correct. That, again, a great story. Okay, I'm glad we're getting to know you better. And question number two, simple. What is the most used app on your phone? What do you use the most of and why?
I would say probably Facebook, which, I'm on Facebook all the time, and then Instagram.
So much. Yeah, social media pages. You're like, and then you feel bad if you're not invited to this event and you see somebody, but you're, liking this. They did this. This is great. I'm like, I could spend hours scrolling through stuff. Yes.
Oh, I know. Reels. Oh my gosh, the cooking things.
Yep. Yes. Just
I've saved so many recipes. I've saved so many recipes that I'm never going to make.
Yeah, you are so right. Oh my gosh. Okay, and my last question. In your opinion, who's the most famous person's phone number you have in your phone?
Ooh, probably Randy Houser. I'm guessing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
good.
Randy Houser. I've been friends with him for a lot of years, since before he was Randy Houser. So I would say Randy Houser's probably the most famous.
And Jesse's feeling all sad and bad now. What?
Well, Jesse Rice is also
Rice.
in my phone. He does text and call me more than Randy does.
Yeah, I love Jesse's texts. They are so long, right? They're long and really intricate. Yeah, he really describes things in a text.
Oh,
yeah, right? I'm not wrong about that, because when I get a text from Jesse, it's like a book.
Jesse Rice is a close second.
Okay, all right. He'll be happy to hear. As if he's listening to my show, I'll make sure he listens. Okay, well, this was so fun. I'm so excited that you are being introduced more and more and more into the Trop Rock world. Anybody going into Key West this week, try to look up Cliff Cody and look up where he's playing. I promise you will not be disappointed, A. And B, I'm going to play one of your songs off of your new album, Shipwreck, right now. Which song do you want to play? And give us a little background story on it.
I think you should probably play Rest in Paradise, because that's the whole thing that started the concept of me recording. I didn't know it was going to be the last album. Thank God. I would have been more nervous in Jimmy Buffett's studio. Shrimp Boat Sound.
That's right. You did it all there, didn't you?
I did it all. I sang every single song on his microphone in his studio, and it was just a magical week.
Shrimp Boat Sound.
And when I found out that Jimmy Buffett had passed away, which I saw one of his last Key West shows at the Key West Theater, it was just a phenomenal, magical performance that he gave, and I was so thankful that I was there for that. And it was like 150 people. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, a Jimmy Buffett show with 150 people, and most of them his longest, closest friends and family.
And
so
the
when I found
who actually stood out in that line in the middle of the night and sat there. I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
They were all there. Yeah. Jimmy is huge. Well, that's
so
I love that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, so I found out he had passed away. I was in my apartment above the stage at the Smoking Tuna, and I'm sitting on my couch, and I'm like, man, along with everybody else, that found out. And I was like, what should I do? And I said, and I asked myself, I was like, what would Jimmy do? I was like, Jimmy would probably go down to the bar and get a drink. So that's what I did. And I went down to the bar, and Big Ed was bartending, and I happened to run into Kyle Coulahan, who's a songwriter buddy of mine that was in town from Nashville. And he goes, did you hear that Jimmy Buffett passed away? And I said, yeah. And he goes, we need to do a toast. And I was like, yeah. So Big Ed poured us a couple of shots, and he goes, rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett. And I go, hell, rest in paradise.
Yep.
And we looked at each other like the way that songwriters look, and we started that song that night and finished it up because we were drinking, so we didn't. You always start songs at a bar, but you never finish them. You finish them when you're sober. And so we finished it up, and Josh Kaiser, buddy of ours, also wrote on it, and finished it up. And I just wanted to make that tribute song about his path to here, including the chart room, including that Jerry Jeff Walker in there, and I just wanted to make it good and not cheesy.
Yeah, you did a good job. So we're going to play it right now. Will you do me a favor? First of all, thank you so much for being on my show. Second of all,
thank you.
I can't wait. Well, no, I can't wait to come to Key West now. Let's come see you. So if anybody's going to be in Key West this freaking week, find him and go see him and tell him you heard him on my show. And I'll buy you a drink. I'll buy any of those parent heads a drink who show up. You just tell me, get it out. I'll Venmo you, and you just buy it for them, okay? Anyway, so I want you to introduce the song, and then we're going to play it.
This is Cliff Cody, and this song is off of my new album called Shipwreck, and this song is called Rest in Paradise.
Thank you so much, Cliff, and you're listening to Radio Trop Rock.